Honestly, Star-Lord is probably going to be the best person to be as it's in, out, they can fly. Fellas, in today's video, we will be covering Fortune in Colors, the new event in Marvel Rivals. It comes with a new game mode, and just like Jeff's Winter Wonderland, you get to do a bunch of challenges to get some sort of bonus item, which can be used to complete an illustration or a gallery card. In this case, an illustration that becomes a gallery card. Presently, there's 21 days and 16 hours remaining of the event. And honestly, you're going to be fine waiting a little bit before you hop into it, just so that you can maximize on the amount of games that you do have to play. And as you progress, you get more of the event item, which can be used to complete the illustration. As you collect it, you can see here in the bottom right, I have 25 out of 100 for the first frame. And once you have 100 or more than 100, you can paint. The cool thing though is that you can actually see the illustration before it's completed, which I think is really cool. I like that you can drag your cursor over an area to see it in color. I like that a lot. And the rewards that you will get are a nameplate, a spray, chrono tokens, another nameplate, another spray, and then for Star-Lord you get the Iron Man costume, which is pretty badass. I thought it's the year of the snake, not the lion, but I've been wrong before. And of course, you can preview the card again, as I mentioned. Now this does have two options on the left here, new game mode and event missions. Starting with the event missions, more unlock in about 16 hours for me. Depending on when you play, you'll have more unlocked. I really do suggest waiting a bit before you hop into it. As the game is very short, I do like it more than the Jeff's Winter Wonderland one. It's a fun breakup, I guess is the best way to put it. It's not something I play all the time, but it is interesting. And so the present missions we have are complete 3 matches and then intercept the ball 3 times in a single match. Fairly straightforward. And then yeah, as you do wait, another mission will unlock, so on and so forth. I'm just gonna take a stab at it and say all of the Dan King currency will not be available through this event tab. It'll also be done through the challenges tab, as you can see here. And as you can see at the top, there's 40 days on the most recent missions that I have. So you don't need to hurry too fast. There is 22 days before the event ends. So take your time with it. And I would suggest really getting into it, probably about a week or so. And then for Iron Fist and Black Widow, you can buy costumes for them as well. It costs 2,800 tokens and it says it's 49% off. I don't know if that's a deal right off the rip. I mean, I see that how much they want it to be, but starting off with the deal seems kind of odd. And checking that out, we have Iron Fist's costume, which is pretty cool. And then we have Black Widow's costume as well, decked out in the event theme. I think this one might be fairly popular. An animated nameplate, and then you have a MVP, which is pretty cool. We also have an emote for Iron Fist. I do like that one too. Another nameplate, a cool spray. This must be an MVP. Oh, that's pretty cool too. All right, at least they're decent. An emote for Black Widow. I can't imagine that won't be used fairly often. Another nameplate and then a cool spray. Listen, it's a free game. If that's how you want to spend your money, I think it's not a bad way to do so. Especially if Iron Fist or Black Widow are your mains. I have to presume people main Black Widow. I don't see them too often, but hey, to each their own. And then of course we have a new game mode, which is Clash of the Dandelion Lions. This is a 3-player game mode, not 4. And the rules are fairly simple. In total, there's 6 people. Each one of these heroes will be used, Black Widow, Iron Fist, or Star-Lord, on the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda World Arena. Respawn? No, you can't knock out players. The team that finishes with the highest score, or is the first to reach 10 points, wins. It's fairly straightforward. I think Iron Fist is the most useful of the characters. Black Widow was nice. They run and kick. Fairly straightforward. So you go around, you hit the other team to get the ball, and then you want to get the ball into the other opponent's net, as well as defending your own net in case they try to score on you. Now, while you do play the match, you do get to use the new costumes. Same thing as in Jeff's Winter Wonderland. When you start off, there's a countdown timer with the ball in the middle, and you can throw it just to make it easier. And just like that, and if you do get scored on, oh, they only scored 8 points. Okay. You start off with the ball and see how Star-Lord is able to fly and throw it in. You do have a cooldown on your abilities, except for the running. So a good strategy is to throw it over into a corner and off the walls just to get good maneuverability on it. I was inside, but whatever. There we go. A good tactic will be to run and throw the ball against the entry goal, and that way it could roll and be picked up on the way in case you do get hit along the way. And ideally your teammates will defend you as you do run. And so they can be fast games, sometimes they can take a little bit of time, but overall it's fairly straightforward. I'm sure as more time goes on, there'll be more strategy when it comes to this. But it's really straightforward. It's a nice break from playing the regular matches. The best thing I can recommend at the moment is just do the regular match mode, do your basic challenges, and then earn the currency as time goes on. And then in about a week or so, maybe 2, depending on how often they do give out the challenges and how much total you do get, that's when you should do the event challenges. In case this event is not for you, that way you can still get the bonus skin and get all the event items in the meantime. Unless the event mode really does call to you. I know that some people really love Jeff's Winter Wonderland. If you do hate it and it's just not your tea, waiting about a week, maybe 2 depending, at the very most 3. You'll probably be able to knock out all the challenges within a day, and this should be around come time for the end of the event. And then in about 2 or so weeks, if you just hate the game mode in of itself, you don't want to do anything with that, you can click on the paint button and then exchange the chrono currency to get that wrapped up fast. And so that's everything to cover in this event in Marvel Rivals. The event lasts about 3 weeks. You have plenty of time to do it. To really optimize it, wait a week or 2 and you'll be able to knock out all the challenges at once. And if you're still watching, make sure to like this video to stay up to date on all things Marvel Rivals. Subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the next one.